Sure, it can be a little intimidating trying to meet people while you travel, but there is one way you may not have thought of: the art of wedding crashing. So, great movie, but can it be done in the real world? And if so, how? Luckily, we're joined today by our dating and travel expert, Kristin Harmel, who has written 6 novels about relationships. And you just returned from a trip where you did this, correct?
I may or may not have crashed 3 weddings 3 nights in a row.
You cheeky monkey, you're in London, right?
I was in England, and we crashed weddings on a Thursday, a Friday, and a Saturday night in the counties of Shropshire and Dorset. So we really spread the love around, my friends Amy, Bill, and I.
But why would you want to do this, I guess? Like, I mean, we said you get to meet people, but what makes the weddings a good place to do that?
I do have to say, on the surface, it sounds like an awfully tacky thing to do. But we'll talk about this in a minute. If you do it the right way, it can be a great way to sort of meet people. And that's why I think you should do it when you're traveling rather than in your own town.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of a great way to experience other cultures and meet people in a party, basically.
Certainly gives you a story to tell, too.
And pictures to take home that you may or may not ever show anybody.
So your tips, first of all, you say to show up at the end.
Yeah, I mean, I think part of what you have to keep in mind is this is the special day between the bride and the groom.
Sure.
And you don't want to be in their pictures where they're having their first dance, where they're cutting the cake. Yep. So show up after all of that is done. And in fact, after some of the older guests have gone home, they may actually be counting on you to reinvigorate the dance party at
later
that point
in the night when everybody's drinking and dancing. It's a good time to show up. Now, unlike the movie, you say you should actually ask for permission.
You know, the first wedding we went to, which was on a Thursday night in the county of Shropshire, we actually ran into a guest at the bar who said, "Oh, come on in." So we sort of felt like, okay, we've sort of been invited to the wedding. And I think that's a good thing to do. Make a couple friends before you actually walk in.
And making friends, you say, to make sure you meet the bride and groom as well.
You know, I think it's just polite. You're at their party. Go over and congratulate them and say, like, hey, I'm visiting from such and such a place. Do you mind if we stay for just a few minutes? And usually they're going to say that's totally fine. And it gives them a good story to tell.
And you know, open bar is a huge part of weddings, but you say you actually shouldn't drink their booze.
I mean, you can, but I sort of think if there's a way to keep wedding crashing classy, this is it. I would say either pay for your drinks at the bar or
bring a little flask.
We actually did. Is that really tacky? It's very tacky.
And also, don't be the life of the party. You don't want to draw attention away from the bride and groom.
You know what? It is still their party, so just be sort of an inconspicuous guest. Don't be dancing on the dance floor in the middle, leading the conga line.
Right.
You know, just have a good time.
Perfect tips. Thank you so much, Kristin. And if you guys want to read her entire article on wedding crashing, just go over to GalTime.com right now.